My name is Gill Byrne and I am a circus artist and an event worker. Well, honestly, it caught my eye when I was about 4 years old. I've got a really distinctive memory of seeing, I think it was a hand balancing artist in Kerry when I was down there with my parents. And then a couple of weeks later, I was in Dublin with my dad and I saw one of the street performers on Grafton Street. And I just thought this was like the coolest thing ever. I was mesmerized and I went home that night. And I remember lying in my bed thinking how I could run away with the street performers. So that was really, I guess, when it first caught my eye. And then growing up, I was always very involved in dance and in theatre. I ended up going on to study performance in college in DIT. Had a really terrible experience there, hated it, got my degree and was like, I'm never gonna perform again. I'm done with this, not for me. And at that time, I was really into rock climbing. So I went, cool, I'm done with the theatre. I'm gonna just go climb mountains and be happy. And that was great for about 5 or 6 years. And then I ripped my shoulder apart in 4 places. So that put an end to mountain adventures for quite a long time. And myself and my housemates found this hula hoop retreat weekend that was happening and we went, sure, that sounds mad, let's go to it. And it changed my life. It just kind of kept taking off and I kept getting little bits more work and I realized how much I loved it. And I was trying to be an English teacher at the time as well to like have my stable job, and I was waking up every morning and having panic attacks before I went to work. I hated it. And my friend just sat me down and she was like, no, stop this. Yeah. So then I decided, I was like, okay, let's make a bash at this. I started working at music concerts, loading them in and out to have a regular income, and then just performed. I started teaching kids circus with Dublin Circus Project. It just kind of kept rolling from there. I was like, okay, well, why don't I start Imeall as this fun thing that I don't really care about and it can just be for me. And then, 6 months later, I was obsessed and was like, no, I need to create, I need to perform on this. I was booked to do Puka Festival for Halloween and I had made a Samhain Halloween act that I just wasn't totally crazy about, and I went to Dingle for a week to work with an Irish circus director, Aoife Carey, who's amazing, and we were doing a lot of stuff out in nature and kind of really immersed in our environment. And just kind of throughout the week I had this Keela Togaboge album on repeat in the car. And as I was leaving Dingle to drive to do this gig, this song came on again and something in me was so strong about what the connection was with it. I rang my friend who was the sound engineer for the show and I was like, I need to change my song right now. And she was like, oh, are you doing a different act? Are you doing your old act? And I was like, no, I want you to do this Keela, put this Keela song on for me. And she was like, what are you gonna do to it? I was like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna do something.
Well, is sin mar a Harlín in éint na Halína go múlan tú le duine nó búlan leis dúirt ban lom go nuirt ban le ornta agus an ihe sin bhí tintrach agus tarnach agus bhí stíramú méalta chenas níor ceart an gig a bhar siúil a chorbe agus bhí siise ag duine pléile an ghlachaíocht live le cuasaí tine. Agus bhí siise trééis teach suas ó chéirí a ggéisteach le an track seo Jasmine agus bhí si trééis a rá le na crú a mé garú gachrad. Agus an isiste mé chun chailsaí an le Jasmine seachas an rud a bhí agrathe go. Agus bhealach más féidir linge mar alíontóirí an deis a chrúthú de daoine níos mó alíonna agus rud áling é sin má thugann tú inspáid a rií i ngánistit bhealach mar bhfuil sin tá an tafad déanta, déanú tú tafad chunt amach chuig an saoil é agus má hagann sé thnáis i bailach áile mar sin mar naríir an obair tá déitce sin do rétála in naríir. Bhráling san todhchaí beidir cruileúirt a Gill teacht go dtí ceolchar a méigean agus meach sin an an bhfuil ítach sin ar an trapézí dhéanamh bheith seáling. Agus bheith sé das fille ar an ggheol sin mar is seanna fís a ceol doing so bheith churing a chruthú a dhéanaar, a smuoine bhí anar, ar uanta bhín sin Jackar.
What's next for me is a big question mark, but potentially some exciting collaborations with Keela coming up after we've made some connections today. I'm hoping to make this piece examining humanity's different relationships with the technological and industrial world, and then our natural nature environment landscape, and what the different influences of these environments are on us as physical and mental and emotional beings. It's like a safe place for me, no matter where I am that day or who I am that day or what's going on. Like, this is probably going to fix it or at least make it better.